Good morning. So I tried to film outside and it's so humid my camera gets fogged up. So I just picked some mulberries off the tree. And this is the color that you look for. Yeah, almost black. And they're quite tasty. Here, I'll taste one for you. Don't eat the stem. Sweet, juicy. So I'm competing with birds and squirrels. But I figure if I pick a little bit at a time, like that's a nice little snack here. And Chester likes them. Moses likes to plop down on the ground and turn himself from white dog to purple dog during the season. I actually have not seen the chickens eat any of them, but I might throw some in their playpen to see. Because I'm not outside watching them, I'm not comfortable just letting them roam around in light of all the wildlife we've seen recently. So, yeah, I thought that might be a nice little mid-morning snack. I need to get some hydration, so I need to make a seltzer. I finished off my tart cherry juice. We didn't have the popsicles last night because they didn't set up completely, and I really want to make sure that they're set up, so I think we're going to have them tonight after dinner. So that's the cherry tart, the strawberry tart cherry, and the cantaloupe, or muskmelon, whichever you prefer to call it, it's the same thing. And yeah, I have a mango. I could make a mango banana smoothie. So, and Paulie went to work this morning and totally forgot to drink his kefir, his raspberry kefir, but I really like it, so I'm going to make sure he has at least a few ounces when he gets home from work tonight. This oppressive heat and not being 100%, feeling 100% plus still being on antibiotics, I'm just so concerned that he gets home every night safe and sound. It's not the most pleasurable to be in and out of the truck hundreds of times over a course of the day, and when it's that humid. It says it's only 78 degrees, or it says it's 78 degrees, but it feels way warmer than that. It's the, excuse me, that feeling when you inhale and the air is hot, that just you don't feel like you're refreshed. So hopefully he keeps moistening his towel to put around his neck when he's not at customers, like when he's in the truck, and he's keeping hydrated. So yeah, that's very important, keeping appropriately hydrated in this temperature and in this humidity. And it's supposed to break tonight after all the rains come through, so looking forward to much nicer temperatures the rest of the week. I'm gonna try to take you guys outside one more time probably later on, because all of the lettuces sprouted, and actually I need to check when I planted them. I don't think it's been 7 days, so they've germinated. I see 2 leaves and a whole bunch of them, and I'll try to show that to you guys next. And I have something slowly cooking on the stove, those beets that I picked up in the crab bag, the 99-cent crab bag from Veggie World. They're cooking away on low simmer, so I can make vinaigrette, which is the beets, potatoes, scallions, sauerkraut, not rinsed but squeezed out, and no mayo. It's just olive oil, a little vinegar, salt, black pepper. So it's a nice, cool, refreshing salad, which I'm going to have ready for dinner. So we didn't really, I don't know, we haven't really eaten dinner together in a few days, but kind of grab whatever we feel like it whenever we're hungry. Because waiting till 9 o'clock to eat is just, I'm ready to eat an elbow by then, my own, which is impossible. Well, I've seen a contortionist touch their elbow with their tongue, but most humans can't. Alright, I'm gonna go enjoy my snack and muster up enough enthusiasm to schlep the air conditioner from the basement to the living room. It's gorgeous outside. It's kind of more humid in the house. Hey, there's a plane. And lettuces. See little tiny 2 leaves all the way down. Same thing in here. So that's pretty cool. That's what the basil's looking like. I definitely have to transfer these today before they bite the dust and everything was for naught. And probably the basil too, which is right there. Yeah, it's pretty nice out. I'm surprised. There's the garden. Not much growth over there, although I don't know. Should we go check out the zucchinis? Look at those spoiled chickens. They even have their own fan. Chicks are all talking in the back. The bush cucumbers are looking pretty nice, although what's eating that one? And these look better than these. I bet you the difference is the soil. Because that one I reuse the soil and only put a top little layer. And this one is all new composted manure and good soil. Makes a difference. Here are the regular cucumbers. Swiss chard. I don't know if that's going to make it. We'll see. Dill. Here's some more cucumbers. And there's the zucchini. Radishes look pretty good. To thin them out. I'll thin them out the day we're making a green salad. And I'll just throw the leaves and all into the salad. Meerkat protection family. Well, here's the melon pop that I made yesterday. It's cantaloupe. No sugar added. So I'm gonna enjoy that. 'Cause it's so darn hot today. Yep. Oh, and isn't the US-Germany game on right now? Uh-oh. I better call Dad, see if he's recording it. Well, I enjoyed the popsicle, but there's kind of a fault in this design. Yes, there's this, suck-up straw of stuff that's melting, but that means you miss out on 3/4 of an inch of your popsicle because you can't really eat it out of there with your mouth. So you either need to grab a spoon, chopsticks, knife, some kind of implement, or wait patiently till it melts enough to reach that hole so you could suck up the rest of it. So all in all, it was $1 for the 4 of them. Would I continue to use this? Yeah, I mean, I did try to pull out the strawberry tart cherry, and just the cap came out, and the popsicle stayed in there. So yeah, but this one came out quite nicely. Boy, you never really think how sweet a fruit is until it's frozen. This cantaloupe, which had nothing added to it, it was just the pureed cantaloupe, which wasn't particularly sweet to begin with, and it wasn't perfectly ripe, is uber sweet when it's in its popsicle form. But it's all natural sugar, so I did enjoy that, and if anything, I tried to find a way to jimmy rig my tongue to giraffe it, but it didn't work. So I'm just gonna wait till it melts. And it's pulpy because I didn't strain it, so it's the juice and the flesh of the melon. Not too shabby. I think mango would be a little too fibrous, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna make a mango one. Or at least not without adding some juice to it. So that was pretty good. But definitely need to let them set up like good 6 or 8 hours, I think. I had them in overnight. Whoa, the color balance is all weird. So that bag of, that crap bag, like crab bag, that I picked up yesterday of the beets at Veggie World, I boiled them slowly until they were tender. And then I diced them. I added an entire bunch of scallions. I think there's like 10 or 12 scallions. Whites and greens. And then a bag of sauerkraut, which I did not rinse, but I did squeeze out all the extra liquid. A little bit of olive oil, salt, black pepper, and a tiny little splash of vinegar. You don't really need the vinegar if you leave some of the juices from the sauerkraut. And technically, this is not vinaigrette because vinaigrette is mostly potato with beets and sauerkraut. But we just had potato salad, so I think I'm going to go with this. I'm going to make my own version, just beets and sauerkraut and scallions. And this is so refreshing because it's a great summertime no mayo dish. There's barely any oil. I think there's maybe a tablespoon and a half of oil. And the beets look like little jewels. And of course the sauerkraut has turned that red color as well, even though it was white. Essentially everything looks beautiful like a jewel. And I've got two dogs who are probably waiting to go outside. Outside? Chester's so hard of hearing now. As a matter of fact, when he plays now, he growls and barks and reacts like very, very loudly because I think he can't hear himself. And Mushka almost tried to, well, not almost, tried to bite the UPS guy today. Someone she does not like, and I got a package today, right there. And I have recycling to take out. Hello? You don't like beets. Oh, did you just trip over yourself, Moses? Did you just trip over your own front paw? Did mommy just catch that on camera? Alright, I think I have to let them out, and then I'm going to put this away. One quick tip on those of you who do like beets. I know my mother-in-law doesn't, so Esther, don't look. Beets are almost like meat in a way that, in which way do you think? Well, when you cook them and then you're ready to cut them, you need to let them rest. As a matter of fact, if you let them come to room temperature, they won't bleed all over your cutting board. And I don't know about you, have you tried to get beets out of your nails? Some people, actually chefs, even put gloves on, disposable gloves, but I don't like working in disposable gloves. And I don't have a sous chef that I can pawn this off on, so I had to do this myself. But not too bad. I just use, oh, and I did put a squeeze of lemon because I like that freshness. I used the cut lemon once I squeezed out the juices to wash my hands. So I have a little bit of beet under my nail, the discoloration, but otherwise it's not too bad. So yeah, let your beets rest, then all those juices will redistribute back into the beet instead of when you cut into it, it would just go all over the place. And try to use non-porous stainless when you're using beets because otherwise they bleed plastic, they will discolor plastic, coated aluminum, what else do they discolor? Yeah, just stick with stainless. It's the easiest thing to clean. So I'm going to have to figure out what to store these in. Glass. I think glass is the other thing that won't transfer the beet juice. And Mom, I mentioned this, that I was making this to Mom, and she said, oh, you want to stop by a calendar in the morning? So I think I'm going to bring them some, but she might be a little disappointed. There's no potato in it, but I kind of like this. I did taste it along the way, and I like it. It's very refreshing. So I'm going to pop this in the fridge, just cover it up and put it in the fridge. And then go let the dogs out. No eggs from the chickens today. What's the dealio? Yesterday there were 4, today there are none. Did they get their calendar all mixed up? Do I need to add a calendar in there in addition to their fan? Because it's only Thursday. It's not like it's Saturday. I don't know. Maybe because it was humid yesterday, but I have a fan on them and they get cold water throughout the day, so spoiled biatches. Sorry. Randomness. So I need to open up that box and collapse it, and I'm gonna think I need a fresh seltzer. Alright. Oh, it's like yeah, it's too much of the same color, so the camera's kind of wigging out. But it is quite beautiful. I'm gonna see if I can take some pictures of it. Stills with my good Nikon. I lied. I added potato. You could barely distinguish between the potato and the beets. The beets are the dark ones and the potatoes are the light ones. Oh, that's a lot of one color. And I discovered Moses loves beets, so I felt kind of bad that Mom got all excited that that I was making vinaigrette, that I decided to just boil a few potatoes up, and since I would have just had the beet salad the way it was, but this way it'll be the authentic one. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for me for today. I'm going to make a nice seltzer and wait for Polly to get home, see what he wants to eat. He hasn't been feeling all that great. This humidity is just icky. So I went upstairs and turned the air on about an hour and a half ago, so it should be nice and cool. Hopefully once he takes a shower I could take care of his leg and then he can go up to bed and I'll take a nice soak and be all ready for tomorrow. I'm reading a trashy novel and enjoying every minute of it. Oh, you know what? I forgot to post the link. I'll put a link to the J.R. Ward series. Look at where is do you want a beet, honey? You want a beet? You want another one? You are a weird little dog. Beets, really? Beets. Delicious, huh? This is actually very good. So yeah, I'll include a link to the J.R. Ward series that I'm reading. I'm on book 1, so nice soak in the tub and some trashy novel. Fabulous way to end a Thursday. I got all the garbage out. Polly just has to wheel it to the end of the driveway. Chickens are closed up. Oh man, I forgot to go to the drugstore to get some antacids. Let me call Polly, see if he could stop on the way home if he hasn't already passed by the pharmacy. So that's going to be it for me for today. Don't forget to thumbs up. It's free for you and it helps me out. And to the person who keeps watching every single one of my videos, and I know where you're from, why are you wasting your time and then putting a thumbs down? Really? Really? That's it. I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everyone. Except you.